Alright, so I'm late to jump on the stream this morning, but this was a trade I just took. I added 5 contracts at 120 and another 5 at 99, and in at an average of 110. And we're looking for a price target of 170. This is the first trade in August, and I think we're going to take a dub here. So going in pretty heavy, obviously, but feeling pretty confident about this trade here. So we'll see how it plays out. Just looking for 752 to break, and then we should see 753, which would push us up towards that 170 range. We did break a little bit below one of our key levels here at 102, but we did have a bit of a range, so 94, which this makes sense. I think that makes sense. You're gonna have a little bit of fluctuation there, so I'm marking that as our support zone just to watch out for. However, anything below that, I think all bets are off. So stop loss probably like 90 would be like 90 cents or so. But even still, I'm really confident on this trade that we're going to see 170 at least. So just being patient here. If we hit 170, that'll give us about $600 in profit. Trade price average about 109.5, give or take. All right, what did I say, 110? Yeah, that's right. All right, seeing some momentum roll through. Definitely seeing some positive signs of continuation to the upside. New highs on the options there, 140. All right, it's not bad. That's exactly what we wanted to see. Just got to break out of this flag here. Forming a bit of a flag on the 1 minute here. Just got to break that 137. Got to break 137. We should see 170. It's going to break 160. It's key. 160 is key right here. Selling. Half there. All right, holding on to 5. Let's see if we can get a higher price here. First 5 offloaded at 163. Let's see. I think 70 is going to be the next one here. Come on. New highs, 170, 180. All right, 180, come on. Can I get that? All right. And it's going even higher. I might hit $2. Awesome. I had another trade in the books, and just really happy about that one. That one played out perfectly. Originally, I was looking to short this on the market open. I just saw that we were just getting the momentum to the upside still, so just wanted to take advantage of that and position myself accordingly. I went in a little bit light with 5 contracts, and then I decided that I was going to add another 5 contracts because the conviction to the upside just seemed so promising. So waited all day, and we can see that SPY is still running up towards the all-time highs, and I'm almost curious to see if it's going to tap it. So I'm looking at the 759 calls to see if we can possibly get that move, the pullback here, and then they push higher. So we are getting to break lower below the 28 support level here, so that's not ideal. Didn't enter anything just yet, just kind of looking right now, seeing if I'll potentially jump into this or not. I do like the setup, however it is risky because we are at the all-time highs, and we're seeing some pullback now. So, but this would be the area where you would want to add. So that's why I'm kind of tempted to jump in with 10 contracts. I think I might go for it. Let's see what happens. In at 30 with 10 contracts. Might be able to get 58 out of this, maybe 70. Just being patient here. Yeah, 28 needs a hold. Definitely needs a hold. All right, seeing some weakness. Definitely potential to see it go down to 15 cents now. Still liking this for the upside. Not down by much right now, just down 60. So this is what's important about getting close to our support levels. It doesn't put you in a big drawdown, so you can give it a little bit more wiggle room to get some volume to come through. This is where it would recover, if anything. Didn't go in big, only 10 contracts at 30, so $300. If we see a push up towards 58, that'll be 100% return, or just about 100% return. So this could be a really good risk to reward setup. There's some momentum. That looks good. It's got to break back above 28, and we can see this really start to go. Some volume rolling in. Looks good. Can we get this structure to hold right around there? We're seeing some buying pressure come in, but is it enough to make it reverse? Coming to retest. Let's see if we can get a bounce here. Let me average down. It's tough. It's a tough one. It's a tough call. I want to average down here. It looks pretty good. Definitely getting some volume. Let's go wait and see right here. Definitely a tough call. Being a little conservative with the capital so far and where we're at with the account. But that's a good sign. See if we can get this 5-minute candle to close. Determine if we're gonna add to this position or not. Alright, gonna add another 10. Let's see what we can do. In for 20 contracts. Come on. Average at 26. Want to see a push up towards 58. That's the push we need. It's got to break that 28. Back in the green. Break even. Close to breaking that 28. Come on. We can definitely get that. Yep, there it is. All right, we can definitely get this push up towards 58 or close to 58. Just got to hold above that 28, and this is going to be a huge win. Yeah, we needed that to hold. Needed that to hold. That's not a good sign. Let's see. 758.10 needs a break, and that'll send it. It's risky, but this could be a big payout. Breaking back above that 28. Here we go. Just gotta hold that. 758.10 needs a break. Once that breaks, we'll see this thing rocket. We want to so bad. Look at that candle breaking out. Yeah, it's really struggling at that 758.10. I don't know what it is. Really thought we were gonna see it a bit higher. So I need to figure out if it's best to wait this out or close it out with a small loss. But it's going right up to that 758.10 and getting smacked right back down. So I'm not liking that. 750, there it goes. Come on. That's that break we needed. Let's go, let's go. Come on. That's the exact break we needed. Can we get to 58? Might sell before then, just being patient, seeing how this plays out. Up 110 right now. Average down at 25. Definitely was expecting a little bit more out of that move. Let's see if we get a pullback retest. Now, do I want to offload? This is where it's difficult. Do I want to offload at the recent highs, or is this going to break out higher? 40 is a potential sell point. 45 maybe. Either's good. 40 is a $290 profit, so that's pretty good. Don't need to go too crazy here, just want to get a win. Yes, it could potentially go to 58. However, we are at the high of day already, so don't want to press my luck too much. Just seeing how this plays out for now. Definitely getting a hold above 28, so that's a good sign. This candle needs to close above 28 and we should be golden. New high of days on the SPY, so definitely potential to go higher. Definitely potential to see that push towards 759.90, and that's why I'm hesitant to close this out right now. Alright, 40 looks like it's going to be the supply zone. Not getting much more than that, so I either break even here, take a little bit of profit. That's upsetting. I was really hoping for that break. Come on. Can that recover? Alright, we're breaking back down towards break even. So I got to make a decision here. Do I hold, or do I see if this is gonna push up towards that all-time high? It's likely. It's just Definitely taking on some risk right here. We are coming close to end of day here, so obviously there's definitely a big chance of a sell-off happening. We're at high of day, so it is definitely a lot of risk taking on right now. Just watching my levels here, just seeing if they continue to hold, showing some strong signs that we're going to see some continuation to the upside. I don't think it's unlikely that we're going to see a push to 759, and if we do, we will hit that 46 cent per contract mark. Might have to bring this in a little bit. Just a little bit of frustration with this one because obviously we're getting close to the closing bell and we're not getting the momentum we need. This is where the time decay really starts to set in. As you can see, we're making higher highs, but we're still sitting at that 20 cent per contract range. We don't have a far distance to get to our price target, but we're just not getting the volume that's needed to push us there. 30 minutes left until market close. Can we get this push? Alright, gonna cancel this one out. Not getting the momentum we need it, and the price target keeps getting pushed on us, so let's see if we could just look for a close after a bit of a surge here. Looks like we're getting a bit of volume to come through, but I don't know if it's enough to push us past high of day. Might just be something just to get us out of this position. Still looking for that 758.30 hold. Yeah, we're not holding that level. Giving back more than I wanted to there. Really thought that was going to hold. But I got to get out of this one. It's unfortunate. Alright, giving back some profit there. Don't love it, but that's just the risk you take. I was really hoping to see a bounce, but I don't think we're getting it. Giving back more than I wanted to. Let's see. Will this bounce right here? I'm very optimistic. Very optimistic. Sometimes too optimistic. And that's another thing to keep in mind. You know, where that greed sits in. I could have got out at this area here for 250. However, I wanted to see a push up towards 58 cents, and you really just have to be careful with keeping yourself accountable with hitting those base runs rather than those home runs. Yes, you're going to catch them every now and again, but when you're scalping towards the end of the day here, you just want to make sure that you're just getting in and out. In this longer than I should have been. But again, just being hopeful here. And it's not looking like it's going to bounce off of this range. It was really looking at a 16 bounce back up towards entry, but we'll see here. Might get some momentum at the end of the day here. 15 minutes left in the market. Let's see what happens. It might just fizzle out. We might get that final pop. Just trying to be patient here. Yeah, that makes sense. Held this too long. Gotta take a loss. Gotta take a loss. Alright. Yeah, so out on this one for a loss. Unfortunately, was not able to make this one turn into a profit. There was definitely potential, but just didn't close out, didn't execute, and place a proper price target on this one. So was in originally for 10 contracts at 30, averaged down with another contracts at 21. It did rip up towards 40. However, got a little greedy on this one and was looking for a push up towards 58. So with that said, it obviously did trickle down towards the 15 range, which is where I decided to close my position and call it a day here. So all in all, we are at 1,600 on the account, and we were able to make a realized profit of 346. So with that said, that's going to do it for this video. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next trade.